This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between May 29th and June 4th. Now, before I ask you to like, share, comment, subscribe to this channel, share the video, it'll be a good idea to share with you why I share this information week after week. I'm glad you asked, and I have an answer for you. So it was many, many years ago. I was getting ready to purchase a piece of property. I was super excited. I was going to get the property that I was buying. The seller was happy they were going to get the proceeds from the sale of their property. I signed loan documents. I go back to work hours later and I find out myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. No warning or nothing. Totally caught me by surprise. And you can only imagine what was going through my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't buy this property. I don't have a job. How am I going to make the payment? Do, 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 do. So I immediately got on the phone, called my real estate broker, my mortgage broker at the time, let them know, look, I can't go forward with this transaction. Thankfully, I was able to unravel it. I faxed them over the paperwork. Look, I don't have a job. You can't fund this loan. And yes, I was able to pull out the contract but not without consequences, right? So I didn't get my deposit back. I have removed all my contingencies. It wasn't the seller's fault that I lost my job. It wasn't even my fault. However, when you are in a contract, unfortunately, things can happen that way. So I didn't get my deposit back. I didn't get the money that I paid for an appraisal, for a home inspection, for a pest inspection, all that stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I share the information. Two reasons, actually. One, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off? Would you not go on that shopping spree? Would you not buy that new house, that new car? Would you dust off your resume? Would you start that new business? Like, what would you do differently if there was a possibility you might get laid off? That's one of the reasons why I share the information. I want you to get some things in order if need be. And then I also want you to know that you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. I've been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all their savings trying to make their mortgage payment each month. So you may say, look, Lacy, I don't need to listen to this video. I already know I'm getting laid off, or I've already had a loss of income and I need your help right now. Well, you can contact me at 714-914-7254. That's 714-914-7254. I mean, there's temporary options like a repayment plan or forbearance plan. There's more permanent options like a modification, a refinance. I mean, there's different options available. No two situations are the same, but if anybody can help you make lemonade out of lemons, I am your girl. Okay, so I want you to know that. Now, I'm going to get into this list as I always do. I give you the company names in alphabetical order. I give you the name of the company. I give you the date they're laying off. I let you know if the layoff is permanent, if it's temporary, if it's a closure. If we're not sure, I let you know that. I let you know how many people are being laid off and then the address. So if I pass the letter that your company starts with, but you've been hearing whispers and you're not sure, you may want to check out the previous videos. We may have received that information already and I have shared that. Okay, so let's get into this. And we have about 22 entries, not 22 different companies, but 22 entries, meaning there's some companies on this list multiple times because they either have different addresses or they're laying off on different days. So bear with me. We'll get through this and you can be on your way. So August 8th, we have Accelerate 360 Distribution LLC is closing permanently. They're laying off 66 people at 2590 East Lindsay Bravado Drive in Ontario. You have July 29th, All Right Leasing Inc. is closing permanently, laying off 111 people. And 950 South Coast Drive, Suite 110 in Costa Mesa. June 12th, Altacore Inc. is closing permanently, laying off 26 people at 5600 Beach Boulevard in Buena Park. August 1st, Central Valley Training Centers closing permanently, laying off 63 people at 4695 North 11th Street in Fresno. July 28th, Earl of Sandwich Tavern Restaurant is closing permanently, laying off 167 people at 1556 Disneyland Drive in Anaheim. We have July 6th, Google is laying off permanently 33 people at 1190 Bordeaux Drive in Sunnyvale. July 6th, Google is laying off 11 people at 1265 Borregas Avenue in Sunnyvale. July 6th, Google is laying off permanently one person at 1195 Borregas Drive. And then July 6th, Google is laying off permanently eight people at 237 Moffett Park Drive in Sunnyvale. July 31st, GTM Wholesale, also known as Discount General Store, their warehouse, is laying off permanently 18 people at 7615 Siempre Viva Road in San Diego. You have July 31st, GTM Wholesale Liquidators, also known as Discount General Stores, laying off permanently 9 people, 8967 Carlton Hills Boulevard in Santee. July 31st, GTM Wholesale Liquidators, also known as Discount General Store, closing permanently, laying off 13 people at 7663 Broadway, Lemon Grove in, obviously, California. July 31st, GTM Wholesale Liquidators, Discount General Store is laying off permanently 9 people at 1315 3rd Avenue in Chula Vista. You have August 10th, Harpoon Henry Seafood Restaurant, laying off permanently 159 people at 3455 Golden Liner in Dana Point. July 31st, Jay's Inc. is closing permanently, laying off 7 people at 6800 Santa Teresa Boulevard, Suite 175 in San Jose. July 31st, Menzies Aviation. The layoff is unknown at this time, but 46 people will be affected at One World Way in Los Angeles. August 1st, Microsoft laying off permanently 7 people at 1045 La Avenida in Mountain View. August 1st, Microsoft laying off permanently 1 person at 445 and 455 North Mary Avenue in Sunnyvale. August 2nd, Mission Linen Supply laying off permanently 82 people at 500 Alton Street in Chino. August 1st, Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling is closing permanently, laying off 81 people at 715 Vandenberg Street in Salinas. August 6th, SWAT Fame closing permanently, laying off 201 people at 16425 Gill Avenue, the City of Industry. Last but not least, August 22nd, Walmart laying off permanently 106 people at 850 Cherry Avenue in San Bruno. So that's the end of this week's list of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce, where we received and processed their notices between May 29th and June 4th. Now remember, if you are experiencing a loss of income due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, or natural disaster, I want you to pick up the phone and dial 714-914-7254. Again, I've been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all their savings trying to make their mortgage payment each month. I've been in this business for over 18 years. I've been helping clients literally finance property, refinance property, purchase property, sell property. And again, when life deals them lemons, I help them make lemonade and avoid foreclosure by any means necessary. So I'm Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.